Okay, we are live. We are live. We are live at the SidePod. Are we audible? Are we edible? Please let us know if you can hear all of us. If anybody's audio has any issues, anything, please let us know. Guys, say things. Oh, wait. Can you hear? Wait. I don't know if people can hear you. One second. One second. I apologize. Azim audio. What? No audio for Azim. Let's go, darling. Okay, wait. Wait. Wait it all.
Put audio source.
Put it. Put it. Everybody now say things.
Yes.
Arey, Tagatak.
Waveforms are
Audio
ready.
is Tagatak. Number one.
Audio
Number
is
one
Tagatak.
Tagatak. Everything Tagatak in
Okay.
life.
So as I
Okay.
said, I would like to just to give a slice of live information of the various kinds of hotel room you get to experience in this line of work. So today I'm sitting because this is the most aesthetic frame because on the other side I have a giant Charlie Chaplin with a dog staring at me.
I mean, you're a comedian, so of course you wanted the Charlie Chaplin room.
Yeah.
Of course you wanted the
So
Chaplin suite.
I have no idea. I have the Chaplin suite, literally.
Of course you got the Chaplin suite.
My,
That's incredible.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That is incredible. Yes,
but
Sherry
Yeah,
Shroff
but
will not be joining us today, unfortunately. As
protesting
yes.
the race director's
protesting the
decisions.
So let's just get right into it then, friends. How did we enjoy? Let's start with Azim Banatwala. How was your live in
Yes,
3D experience of the Qatar Grand
it was
Prix?
very fun. So when I got there first day for free practice, it was like obviously it's super fun and you hear the cars for the first time and all of that. And we had so obviously the Gridmaster people had taken a bunch of us and we had the T2 grandstand, which was there. And we were at the grandstand for FP1 and sprint quali. That
is
was
that where
nice.
everybody went off to the gravel at turn one? Like that
So
spot?
that's just so before. So we had a view of sort of turn one and turn two pretty much over there.
Okay. Okay.
But the beauty of it was that the general admission tickets was this lovely hill, which you would probably have seen a bunch of people sitting on
Yeah.
grass. So everybody was just abandoning the grandstands and coming there because T1 is where it's at. There's nothing else to see in the track apart from T1. So literally all of us were just sitting in the grass on a hill and enjoying. But
Very cool.
first, the fun. I mean, the thing that I sort of realized is that along with the teams and the drivers and all, even the event people, the people who are organizing the Grand Prix, the first day is FP1 for them also.
Fair.
Because even they are testing what's going on. Like the restaurants are like, shit, we ran out of food today. Next time, tomorrow we will carry more food. People are like, oh shit, we realized Uber is not working today. So from next day onwards, they're like, fuck it, no more Uber. Everybody take metro and go back. So it was like Red Bull's progression of the weekend, where it started off feeling very disastrous, like, bro, what are they doing? And then by the end of
Yeah.
it, they had it nailed down.
Nailed
It was
down.
very nice.
Nice.
But it's quite fun. I mean, so I have always wondered what the F1 watching live experience would be because I've never watched it live. And to me, in general, it never seemed that appealing because
Mm.
I was like, in my head, it was, oh, you're just going to be at a corner and the cars will go and then you won't know what's happening and then they'll come back. But I was very, I mean, it was very nice to find that there is full on commentary happening all throughout. There's the giant screens everywhere. So technically, you're watching it on a big TV in a giant sports pub where the cars occasionally come by. So it's a fun experience. But if
Yeah.
recommended, go with friends. And main thing, go with friends because I don't think F1 watching is a great as a solo activity. But since I did have a few friends
Yeah, there's a
along, it
very
was
small
nice.
difference between like watching a race and standing at a signal, right?
Yeah.
Like,
No, but it was great.
Yeah,
So
for
we
two
got to
hours.
see
Yeah.
the Albon mirror falling off. We got to see Bottas smashing the mirror. We
Nice.
got to see the piece of the
Nice.
mirror going and wedging itself under Hamilton's car.
Very
So
cool.
and all the terrorism from Alex Albon. What complete terrorism then? Just a guy without a rear view mirror trying to defend is fucking outstanding.
Did
Where
you
literally
get a
he's like, you
sense
know what?
of like
I don't need mirror. Screw you, mirror. I defend. I'm old school.
Did
But
you, like all the drivers were talking about, like, obviously, since last year, the lap times at Qatar really, really improved. Like, I think by like nearly four
yeah,
seconds, and all the drivers were saying, like, it is like quite a driving challenge, and the change of directions in the high speeds where the cars are going. Like, in person, I'm sure, like, did it look impressive, like the change of directions of the car, especially like turn one
oh
is
yeah.
still pretty, like, getting into turn two is still pretty fast. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, full on. Like especially the T. So we had the grandstand views like as you come in from turn one, then turn two, three,
Yeah.
and sort of the exit into four.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like
That's
those,
pretty
and we
quick.
were constantly at the place where the McLaren specifically kept going off into the gravel.
Off the
In that
Piastri.
curve.
Yeah.
And dude, you also underestimate in this thing, the curb strike is louder than the engine when you're watching. Like
With
when they
these
go on the
engines for
curb,
sure.
yeah, these engines. Like the curb strike
Yeah,
is
yeah,
is
yeah,
louder than the actual
Wow.
engine.
yeah,
So no, it was
yeah.
quite it was a very fun experience. I'm not gonna lie. So first day because of how long it took me to get to the circuit and come back, and I was recovering from like neck spasm and all. I was like second day was too old to do 3 days of this back to back. Second day stayed back, enjoyed, watched on TV,
Sparty.
enjoyed like
Yeah.
everything. Went to local sports bar and watched sprint race, and then after that recharged, energized. Watched the F2 events, and of course the F1. Then there was also the what we don't get to see, the Porsche Cup cars, which are
Yeah.
the best sounding cars of the weekend by far.
Yeah.
Everybody was just there just for the audio. We're like, we don't care about the racing. We're just here to hear good cars.
What
No,
did
not
everybody over
electric cars.
there? What did everybody over there think about all the stewarding decisions that happened over the weekend, like in
Oh,
person?
everyone was like wondering. So everybody without exception was like, dude, mirror is on track. Why no safety car? What are they
Yeah.
doing? Like, how can you not? Like, it's
Yeah.
basic sense, right? Like, sure, you're saying off racing line, but it's also the only overtaking point on the circuit, right? So obviously, at some point, there's going to be somebody off racing line. And
I just
what
think
beautiful
because race is in Asia, no, अपन को आदत है, like ऐसा चप्पल है रास्ते पे,
It's fine, just leave it, let it be.
अरे होता है ना, मतलब
Yeah.
चप्पल वप्पल एक दो
एक
साइड
चप्पल
व्यू
से क्या ही
मिरर, एक
होगा?
हेडलाइट, दो तीन हेडलाइट तो होगा ही ना, मतलब
Yeah.
क्या है, जन्नत थोड़ी ना है.
But just Bottas being there's such poetry to Bottas being the ultimate teammate to Joe and being the worst teammate Hamilton could have. Where
Yeah, in
him
fact,
like
Bottas was like getting lapped, and that's how the thing exploded. It wasn't even an overtake. Yeah,
yeah,
so clearly, I think there was some intra-team battles and inter-team battles being worked out over there.
yeah. But
Yeah,
I think the big thing obviously was the Russell Verstappen nonsense that happened in quali. Which what do you think of that? First of
well,
all,
I
this
mean,
just sorry before you begin
yeah,
this
yeah,
penalty this what is this sport where they're like, this is the rule, but we're not feeling like applying the actual rule, so we'll do
yeah,
a modification of the rule for this week. Is every rule in F1 is this only, where it's just like, yeah, it's supposed to be, but
Dude, I've realized, I don't know, man, I could be wrong, but a lot of it feels like in this sport, penalties are for the person and not the crime. Like sometimes, really,
yeah,
it
yeah,
really feels
totally.
like sometimes in this sport, yes, there may be rules, but I think those are seen as broad guardrails. And then the penalty is
And
essentially set up for maximum spice. Like that's it.
yeah,
there is also like, this weekend also brought to a head the whole like Mohammed bin Sulayem versus the driver situation, and him being the, like, they changed the drivers toward the race director last weekend at Vegas, and it
yeah,
does seem like, this time around a lot of them had his handiwork behind him, behind these decisions. Like he was the Palpatine behind like some of these like darker things that are happening. Like definitely, if George Russell hadn't qualified P2, assume he qualified P5, there would not be a one-place grid
yeah.
position drop for Max Verstappen for no reason. Like come on, that kind of felt like so. Like
Are we
who
entering the
needs Netflix
WWE
when you
again?
have Mohammed bin Sulayem?
It's his Vince McMahon era, I think, where Mohammed bin Salman.
Totally.
I think
Yeah.
next race we're going
There
to
were
see him
also a
carrying
lot
the
of like
this
comments
back.
about like a
Yeah.
lot of comments about apparently Max also being displeased with George's like behavior.
Oh yeah,
Basically
yeah.
saying that he just
Max
whined a
was
lot.
straight to turn
Yeah,
one pe
yeah.
mill.
He just
Straight.
like yeah, literally like it's okay, I'll just get him. It's fine. I'll
Yeah.
get you a turn one. That's it. Like,
Yeah, but what do we think about that? Like that whole the clip that went viral from the post qualifying press conference where he talks about like George going to the stewards and he's never seen anybody like trying to stick it to someone as badly as that, and he lost all respect and everything.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like that's pretty like all F1 drivers constantly. Okay, they are constantly shitting on the other drivers every single time. Freaking whatever it is that guy pushed me off. It's never the driver
This is
who's
not
there. It's
F1
never his
specific,
fault.
Arjun. This is
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
are driving on Linking Road also, it's never your
Yeah,
fault. This is
it's
just
never your
Yeah.
fault.
just men in
Yeah,
like
cars.
yeah,
You
yeah.
realize?
Like
yeah,
you guys are my
yeah.
friends on this podcast, but if we're on the road in
Yeah.
separate
Yeah.
cars, hey bro,
Oh,
every
dude. Yeah.
person for
Gloves
themselves.
are
All
off.
bets are off.
Gloves are off.
Yeah, yeah. So I find
Yeah.
that a little bit precious that it's like, okay, this thing, but I also kind of feel like Max, what's the surest way to get Max Verstappen to win a race? Give him an unnecessary penalty the race day before. Like you want to
Yeah, yeah.
piss Max Verstappen off, you know for a fact. There was no way George Russell was getting into turn one ahead of Max Verstappen. And there was no chance in hell. Either both of them got there or both of them are out. Like it was that kind of a situation.
Hey,
So
Michael Jordan, no.
yeah,
And also,
absolutely.
like,
At that
Pretty much,
level,
and
Max
I
has
took
the
that
reputation,
personally.
right? Like Max has that reputation.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he'll go for it. It's like you move, you move. I'm
Yeah,
not
you move.
moving. You move.
Yeah. Even with Norris, like
Yeah,
Norris
yeah,
actually in the start of the race, he had the outside line into turn one, he just got bullied out of it.
Like, I've
Like,
seen this
easy
movie
peasy.
before.
Yeah.
I've seen this movie
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
It's
all
just
you like.
crazy.
That's the like you irritate him a little bit or make him feel the victim a little bit now, and
Poke the bear, dude.
you're gonna ensure, yeah.
Don't poke the
that
bear.
he's
It's
winning
just
the
that
race.
straightforward. Don't
Yeah,
poke
no.
the bear.
Yeah.
Like in a season where he won 19 races last year, okay, when he started first also, for no reason, he
Yeah.
was putting like 40 seconds on people and things like that. So why would you aggravate this man?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
actually,
the
all
same
the
guy.
big performances have come after he's been like perceived injustice, right? So everyone said, "Oh,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
sim racing, you're wasting time." Okay, beat everyone by 40 seconds. That's
True,
fine.
you guys. Yeah.
You are racing unfairly. So then has
Yeah.
the drive of a lifetime with all the best moves at Brazil over here. So
Brazil,
yeah, I
yeah.
think the best thing is just don't antagonize.
And that's the thing, like on Saturday, if you saw the sprint race, he was pretty chill being P8. He was like, yeah, my season is done. Look, you guys can have fun. I fucked it up in qualifying, no big deal. Okay, sure,
Yeah.
cool. Like whatever. And then as soon as this thing happened on Saturday, like, guys, this is it. End of game. Yeah.
But George also
Yeah.
has that. No, George has that full
No, he's that
tattletale
little
vibe.
like, yeah. He's that little like
Oh,
Draco
totally.
Malfoy
Dekho
vibe
na.
is there. A little Draco Malfoy
Totally,
vibe is
yeah.
fully there.
Yeah,
Like-
ma'am, see, he's copying, ma'am. He's that.
My
he's that
father will hear about this, Potter. Like, he's a little bit here like that.
Except it's Verstappen, so he's saying your father will hear about this.
Yeah.
Like,
But
he'll-
totally, like I think actually out of all the rest of the field, like George Russell could prove to be the biggest antagonist to Max Verstappen.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like we're thinking about Lando, Leclerc, Hamilton, and everything. Here, George Russell is turning out to be like the guy who's he's going to be the one who's poking the bear. And he seems to have found a voice, like George Russell.
Yeah.
Whatever, okay, he didn't have the best race and everything, but last few races, we've been talking about him quite a bit more, Vegas 1-2, all of that. Like he's been in the mix constantly, definitely over Hamilton, given the position that
Yeah.
he's in or whatever. So he's finding some sort of personality, and it turns out it is Draco Malfoy. Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. I mean, we need more. We need like F1 always needs a few villains, man. We've had Alonso villain era, then we've had good guy Alonso, then we've had Max villain era. Then we Max is like sine waves. Like sometimes he's good boy Max, sometimes he's evil Max.
But the thing is, I
Uh,
don't know, like this could be an unpopular opinion, right? But there's good villains and then there's bad villains, right? Like the Joker is a
yeah.
great villain, right? But like these Harry Potter villains are these very like, like
Yeah,
like that's not a
they're
fun villain,
bad.
right? That's not a
Yeah,
fun villain. That's
yeah.
like a very,
They're
you're like, come
bad as a
on,
caricature. Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like that sort of villain is no fun. I want like villain.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
You want somebody
Alonso
who just
and
wants to watch the world
McLaren.
burn.
Yeah,
Like
like Alonso's late McLaren was perfect villain. Then Alonso, please restart the car. He's like, no, you restart the
Yeah,
car. Mera.
yeah, yeah,
Like I
yeah.
would love, for example, I would love to see the Piastri villain era, all right? Like where this guy
Hmm.
is like just this absolute like he just has this edge to him and is horrific over
Yeah,
years to people, but just with this most
yeah,
Owen Wilson vibe possible.
yeah.
And I was like, and then you move,
Yeah.
But what do we think of
Totally, yeah.
the swapping of places in the sprint
Cute it
last
was.
corner?
Cute it was. It showed the absolute lack
It
of
was good
fucks
karma.
anyone gives about. I
But
think
dude,
we saw
all of them
papaya
look-
rules finally loop close, basically, of papaya rules.
Yeah,
But I
let's
think
end that story.
the best image of that was Zach Brown coming and say, "Hey guys, 1-2," and both drivers just being zero fucks,
Yeah,
no
really,
expression, blank, like okay, whatever, we're here.
Yeah. And in fact, in general, McLaren, I mean, this weekend was supposed to be their weekend, race-wise as well. And like Norris didn't really have it in qualifying. Neither did Piastri. Wasn't Piastri like got jumped by Charles Leclerc? This was supposed to be like an easy, 1-2, or even in the race, an easy 2-3 for McLaren, but they ended up actually giving away points to Ferrari, like taking the world championship to Abu Dhabi. So, I mean, yeah, like it does seem like the car is competitive and everything, but like, the unpredictability of the season, and now with these like drive to survive stewards that are there also happening, like
Yeah.
what do we think about an effective 35-second penalty for Lando Norris for missing those double waved yellows? Like that seemed quite extreme at the time. I don't know what the feeling was on ground over there, but anything can happen. And like going into Abu Dhabi, which only Max Verstappen has won in the last 5 years or 4 years or whatever, like is even the 20 point or whatever the gap is between McLaren and Ferrari, is
Sherry
that
were here, she'd
even
have something to say about that stat.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. At
No, but
least
so,
one of those race wins. Yeah. Which was it again?
I mean, when it comes to like particularly the yellow flags, the kind of thing, and not backing out of it, I think Max has had that as well, right? Where it was was he penalized? How much was he penalized, or was that in quali that he was penalized and given like a grid drop
A
for one of the
grid penalty or something.
was it Singapore? No, if I'm not wrong, last year.
Yeah, grid
I
pace
would
penalty.
also like to point out that for all of Max's, why did George do this? He was the one who first pointed out Lando's, like not
That's what I'm
stepping
saying.
off.
They're all of these guys, they're never in the wrong. And they
Yeah.
have this 1,000 IQ type of thing where it's like, yeah, he can see.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, that guy's not lifted. Yeah. First, straight to
No, but
principal's office. Straight.
so the Verstappen Russell thing is a very sort of gentleman's agreement kind of thing. Like, listen, everybody's on the slow lap now. By definition, you know that I am slow in front of you. So why are you complaining? Because if there was a person who was speeding up on a slow lap behind you, they would have the same problem. So that is Verstappen just being like, bro, come on. Forget F1. There is a code between the drivers. So why the fuck are you? It's like a unspoken rule of ye wala nahi karne ka. Whereas yellow flag, considering it's a safety thing, like, and especially given the stuff
And
that's happened
apparently
in the
that is
past
the
with,
standard penalty. Apparently that is
Yeah.
the standard penalty as applied during these circumstances.
yeah. And considering
felt-
there is a debris being cleared, or if there's any kind of for any reason some marshal coming to take debris off or whatever, so I suppose
Didn't
you
they
have to
take it
have
off
the safety
after
net.
like? Didn't they take it off?
100%. They
Like,
should have gone safety car. That is the fully
straight
of course.
up, yeah. So that is the other thing which like again feels very inconsistent with the thing, is that like you only took it off, but you are saying it was unsafe. and now you're applying like the harshest possible penalty, effectively ruining this dude's race. So it kind of felt again like a penalty applied for drama over like the harshness of the actual
Yeah. Also, I was
mistake.
hoping I was hoping that Sherry would be here for this, but also just there was a certain poetry to seeing a race in the Middle East where lapped cars may now overtake, and the lapped car is Lewis Hamilton
Oof.
and Valtteri Bottas.
Oh shit! Yeah, Mercedes
That
had
one was
actually
just
like
painful. And they didn't
yeah.
even wait for them to catch up to the back of the pack. We thought we'll wait for them to come around. They were like, nahi, hum log go
like fuck it. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
he was
Lewis
like,
had
come
a
on guys,
horrible
let's
race.
just retire. Then they're like, no. Then they're like,
Yeah.
okay, fine, Lewis, let's try. He's like, no, I won't retire. Like, come on, guys.
He's so done, nah?
So
He was like,
dude,
listen, I'm
peak
not
notice
fast
period.
anymore. I
Genuinely
need
done.
this is full
Yeah.
notice period. One more race,
Yeah.
I'm done. Okay, bye. See
Like
you.
basically you know कि वो already जब वो पैडक में आ रहा है वो चड्डी फरारी का पहन रहा है ठीक है अंदर already थोड़ा
Yeah.
ठीक है he can't show it but he's
Yeah.
like even
Dude, that would be a great villain era.
that
would be a
too good.
great villain era.
That would be too
That
good.
like Lewis at
Oh,
Ferrari
imagine now
villain
Lewis
era.
and Russell properly beefing would be fun.
Yeah,
in
you
different
know,
teams.
like fuck the world type of situation in a genuinely fast car. You know, like I think I would
Also,
love to see it, but it's also like it was so unlike Lewis's nature, kind of like to see him also be like, guys, fuck it, let's just retire the car when he's driving in like still in the points or definitely going to make points,
Then there was also that drama, no, which I think somebody, Hitesh in the chat mentions of them going through the pit lane, and then was it Hamilton who got the speeding in pit lane penalty over there?
Yeah,
Because
Hamilton
Norris
kept getting
fully
penalties.
slammed on the
It was
brake.
just he had the false start as well.
Oh yeah, fuck,
Hamilton
forgot
had the
about that.
false start as well, got a penalty. Hamilton had a really fuck all weekend. But definitely, speaking of pit lane, not as bad as Franco Colapinto overtaking Sergio Perez at the pit lane start,
Ooh.
guys.
Oof.
That was like, put this dog out of its misery. Please,
God.
like, take it. We need to take it
Oh,
away
God, that
somewhere
was-
into the forest. That
They did. They took a guy who came on the. There's a guy
Yeah,
who
the
took
scooter.
Perez
on a scooter.
Scooter
On a
guy.
scooter. That's it. It's gone.
But no, I don't understand. So maybe I didn't get to see this live, but
Okay.
so Perez was in P5, then he
Yeah.
spun in under safety car.
Yes.
Did he not? Or on the restart? One or the other.
He spun under safety car.
Under
Yeah,
safety
no, he
car.
put
Spun
it in
under
the
safety
gravel.
car.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
so then he just spun, right? So then did he do a stroll and drive into the gravel trap?
No. I think maybe he didn't get out of the gravel trap.
Yeah, because I mean, again, like as such a rookie
Yeah.
mistake, he's done this again.
Yes,
Like,
exactly. Yeah,
This is not the first time he's done this.
It capped off this whole like, guys, we are not seeing Sergio Perez. Like I was thinking, we're not going to see him in Abu Dhabi because, like, Esteban Ocon, for example, is out of
Yeah.
Alpine, and like in Abu Dhabi
Very
because
damn
of that.
swift for him to get out that way. Not his fault at all. Just completely.
Yeah.
That was full Hulkenberg kamikaze. Where took out
For
Ocon
sure.
and then Colapinto is done.
Yeah, but with Perez's performance, you're like, guys, how does this guy have a seat? Like, it was so bad. Getting overtaken in the pit lane, that
Yeah,
must
was
have
brutal.
been
No, but
like
honestly,
a dressing down of dressing downs. You would have received for something like that.
No, but I don't think Perez was racing in the sprint race. For him, that session was FP2, where he was like, I
Pretty
have to
much.
test out tires.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, let's
Pretty
try
I mean,
much.
this.
there's a reason that they
hard,
got so
medium
much
strategy.
data. No,
Yeah.
there's a reason they got so much data out of that suddenly Max had a winning car.
Yeah.
So I told you thought I was joking, but Perez is the
Yeah.
first live test driver. who's
Test
there in
driver.
F1. That's his job at Red Bull. You guys think he's underperforming? He's overperforming.
No, he's
supposed to be
overperforming.
Yeah,
He's-
for that
now.
role. Yeah.
He's
Yeah, technically, he did his job. Max won the race. Yeah.
And he was also in fifth. Like, so he would probably have finished like fourth, fifth in that order. But
Oh my God.
this kind of mistake, yeah, come on.
This is hilarious, guys. No, y'all keep talking because I literally forgot I have to upgrade my Zoom, which is what I'm doing while y'all talk, like diffusing a bomb
Wow,
so the
you
call
can
doesn't go
upgrade
off.
Zoom while we
We
are
have
talking.
because apparently we have 10 minutes, guys. Otherwise, to make all the points that you want to make before this call ends. So
Oh, acha, you mean the what do you call it?
the pro
free
thing.
call.
subscription.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit!
oh
It's been so
damn.
long since you've
Is
done this stream.
It's been no. I've just basically I've been on other people. No, and also other people send links, etc. All of that. So
Yeah, if you
it's
make me
just
host, it'll probably take that away. But yeah,
let me make you host then. Allow me.
but yeah, these are technical. We are checking, guys. We are checking.
We are
We're checking.
checking.
Yeah.
We
Speaking
are
of,
making
Ocon is
you
checking his
host.
calendar for next weekend.
I am host.
You are host now.
Now it's
Guys,
still
the
says
timer's not going away.
Oh no, I'm
Timer's
making
not
you
going
host.
away. Oh no, it's okay. You can be the host. It's fine. But you guys keep talking while I do this.
This is proper Ferrari pit crew
This
only.
is full
Guys,
Ferrari
what-
pit crew
Yeah,
happening
yeah.
right now, guys.
Who is the
This is
host?
live strategy is happening.
Stay in the call. Stay in the call.
Stay in. Yeah.
But then who else? So what was Ferrari's race?
Ocon,
They were
right?
pretty
Should we talk about
nondescript.
Ocon?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's the not even in Abu Dhabi, na. So because he has to, so that he gets to do post Abu Dhabi testing for Haas. That's the thing which I didn't know
Yes,
existed.
exactly. That is the official sort of word, but it did seem like, the bridges had been burnt quite early on in the season and everything. So, like, I mean, he had a helmet and all ready to wear for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. He posted it on like with this emotional message, saying like I'm not going to get
That's
to say
heavy.
goodbye to the team and everything. And now Jack Doohan is going to come into the car for this weekend. So yeah, pretty bad, but it was like that relationship, the way it had soured, we've seen it like play out this year,
Oh
and
yeah.
also in the fact that like he's just totally in the second part of the season unable to compete with like Gasly,
Ah,
who like was
completely. I mean,
probably
well, in
outside
fairness,
of
there was the Brazilian Grand Prix in the middle where both of them got the points, but
for sure.
nothing
And that is like, also goes to show the freaking goldfish memory that F1 has, like,
Yeah.
like, or the way in which the tables are turning. Like Mercedes 1-2 in Las Vegas just a weekend before, and now we come here and like, Lewis is having the worst race of his life ever, having like the best race of his life, or whatever, of this year at least.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Ferrari.
But what do we also think about that? Like F1 has been all about this whole like green sustainability thing, but they traveled 13,000 kilometers in 1 week from Vegas to Qatar
Yeah,
to do the
of course.
race.
That's how you do
Of
it.
course, like, yeah, Sebastian Vettel can do as much as he wants for sustainable fuels and setting up beehives in Suzuka and all of that or whatever.
Now,
But
for
like,
every Vegas to Qatar, the Vettel
yeah,
has to plant 17,000
like,
trees just to make it work.
yeah, just Vettel, just himself.
Just better.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah,
dumb.
that
I mean,
also
I don't understand why not just. It's baffling. I don't understand. Like earlier, F1 was always this, right? Like you start in Australia, you end in Japan. Literally, you go across the world.
yeah.
Or whatever.
I
Start
mean,
in.
F1 has historically, like, say the Monaco, Canada back-to-backs were like so weird and things like
Yeah.
that. Like, it's just generally been like very
I mean,
not
I guess
like
it is a
eco-friendly
weather
that way.
consideration. It is a weather consideration also for places like Canada, where like
And
winter
Qatar,
gets so
for
cold.
example, like
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude,
because like
Qatar
last
this
year in the
time was
summer,
was
yeah,
freezing, man. Like considering last year Logan Sargent is passing out in the car and all of that, saying it's too hot, I can't live anymore. And here,
yeah,
everybody I was speaking to was like, guys, we thought it's going to be hot, so we didn't carry more than like one basic hoodie.
yeah,
And everybody was like, shit, I was going to get better sweater, but I didn't think I would need. And the wind, like you could really feel it on the track. Like that
feel it.
wind is a proper factor over there. During the races, it was not so much, but like FP1 and sprint quali, that wind was like crazy.
what is the in and around the track? Is it like how far away is the track from like the main city and
I mean,
everything?
if you're at the grandstand at T2, T3, you're like pretty close. Like I would say, like the cars pass by, I don't know, maybe about 10 meters away. Where
Oh,
we were sitting on the hill for the final day of the show, like after the T1 gravel trap. Then that's where like the slope starts, Lucelle Hill, it's called.
okay.
So that's where
No,
we
I
were
meant
sitting.
how far is the circuit from the city, like from
Oh, so
Doha?
from the city. I
Yeah.
mean, it's fairly outskirts. So you have to take a metro from like where I was, metro 35 minutes, and then they had a shuttle service from the metro to the circuit, which is another sort of
Nice.
25 minutes, and then you arrive there, and then it's another 20 minutes to walk in. So like hour and a half sort of getting in and out, and then of course getting out had to do like the classic get out and make it on time thing of like, okay, literally last
Yeah.
lap is done, game over, not waiting for podium, nothing, just run and get out. No Maroon 5, no nothing. I want to
Beat the
go.
traffic. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, have to do it.
Same.
Have to do
It was the same at Maroon 5 last
Wow,
night.
I
Yeah.
wanted
it. Rohan,
access.
Same,
is
same.
the clock ticking?
The clock is ticking. You have 2.5 minutes to say whatever it is you need to say.
Oh, shit.
Like, whatever.
Oh, shit.
Like,
I mean, I can just remake this thing and you can join it from my account. We made just like drop off for like 30 seconds and I'll remake the thing.
and just come back on another Zoom call. But I don't even know why
Yes.
this is happening though. Like, it's one of those
Yeah,
things.
but if you
Guys, people in the
upgrade your
chat are
account, maybe it'll be
contributing to
done.
Zoom Premium.
It
Yeah,
keeps
Navneet has contributed for Zoom Premium.
like doing
Thanks,
weird
Navneet.
things.
Appreciate it, bro.
Like, it keeps trying to bill me in dollars for some reason. Why?
Oh, it
Why?
does usually.
And then
Maybe
it's
your
saying
country
you
is not.
can't. But it says India. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? But talk. Don't let this call tick away sadly. My last 2.5 minutes.
No, so then why don't I just quit and I'll make a new call and y'all can join?
Okay, fine. Let's just do that.
Because we
Alright.
have 1 minute 40. So I'll leave, I'll make the new link and then Rohan, you join immediately. So we'll have
Okay.
minimum.
Continuity. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Done.
BRB, guys, hopefully.
Okay.
BRB.
Cool. BRB.
Don't be weak up, BRB.
Nice. Nice. Such a professional stream. I love it. The professionality of this thing is so professional.
Come on. I mean, we are not a front runner. Let's just say, okay?
Yeah, that's correct.
We're happy with our pace that we, have established. Strong midfield pace.
I think I've solved it. I think like Azim can maybe come back. Wait. Oh my god.
Have you?
Insane
On the
things
stream,
might
it looks like
happen.
you are talking to yourself.
Why?
Rohan multicam view.
Oh shit. This is amazing. Oh my god. Thrilling scenes. Am I going to be able to do this in 1 minute? Oh my god.
Wow, this is some Mission Impossible stuff that you guys are seeing live right now, guys.
Live.
Join pinned link. Oh, wait. Okay, he's telling us to join the link on the other link. Can we join that? Yes.
We could. Okay, let's just join that link then. I'm going to join that link. Okay, time to join that other link. Okay, we are back.
We are back.
We are
Oh,
back.
guys,
I
wow.
think we are
stop.
back.
This was a good
was-
like
This was top go penalty, guys.
This was
10 seconds top go penalty.
this was a proper early season Sauber pit stop that just happened. We apologize for this early season Sauber pit stop. Yes.
That felt
So
like
that's
that room call felt like a stint on hards where like tires are about to puncture and you have to
It did feel like that.
And
It
the Sauber pit crew has
absolutely
come
did
out being
feel
like,
like that.
did you mean Inters?
But yeah, One race to go. One last race. Still a little bit to play for between Ferrari and McLaren, I guess.
But dude, the second place is so tight now, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Between Leclerc
Imagine
and
if Charles gets second
Norris.
after all of this.
Oh, that'll be amazing.
Oof.
Well, to be fair, I think like both McLaren and Ferrari have had, like I saw on stat, they have similar points since the summer break, 274, 274. So it's been like neck and neck between them since the summer break. So, and there doesn't seem to be one clear pace advantage in that, like, okay, maybe Norris was able to stay with Max, but Leclerc had an advantage over Oscar. Sainz is there or thereabouts all the time. It could be damn tasty.
Another
especially if it comes. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Fun, sorry, no, go ahead.
No, I mean, it could, like, especially given that, say, Max is, he's pretty unstoppable at Abu Dhabi. Assume, like, I don't know, my prediction is he's probably going to win this race, given that probably the last race that he's going to have where, he's also going to have to make this impact. So assume he wins the race. So then, like, for Ferrari to, like, really dominate in terms of the championship, they have to be second and third, and McLaren, something needs to have gone wrong. So it could be quite an interesting race that way. So
yeah, and also depends on, I think McLaren, all they need to do is just not mess with Max at any point during the weekend. Just be very polite. Sir, aap jaiye na.
Please
go. Yeah. No complaints at all. None at all.
Some super chat. Sayan Chatterjee is going for Abu Dhabi GP tomorrow as a rock fan solo. Oh.
But why are you going on Thursday, brother?
This is very free practice.
It's like, I'm free, I will practice.
Fine,
Hey Bhagwan says, drove over Sainz manhole in Vegas last week without damaging my car. Vegas still in shambles. Spoke with locals. Everyone was bitching. Fair, I guess.
Hey, what was this thing? People were saying that in Vegas, people were going on escalators.
Yeah. So because it's illegal to stop at a random public place and watch it, but there's one escalator from where you can see one of the turns.
Just classic.
Yeah. We just kept going up and down.
Eat it, capitalism. Perfect. Eat it. Thank you, Navneet, for Zoom Premium. Dominic says Sauber should sponsor Azim Bro for all GPs. Sauber will get points. Max will win and all British drivers will fumble. Simply lovely.
I think we should talk about Sauber. I mean, like Joe had, it was the best race of the year for them by far. They finally opened the book. And if it wasn't for Norris coming through the field, probably Bottas also might have got the last point.
Oh, I was rooting so hard for Bottas every turn. Come on, battery, let's go. Even the crowd couldn't figure out who. Dude, so the biggest cheer that I heard, and I'm not even kidding, the biggest cheer that I heard in the entire season was last lap of FP1 where Bottas puts it fourth, and everybody just insane. And also
we'll be saying goodbye to both of them technically, hope maybe forever in Abu Dhabi, so at least good to have them in the news at the end of the season in some way or the other.
Because, and for good reasons that also.
For good reasons.
Bottas is no longer last in the championship.
Who is?
He was, but it's not Bottas anymore because he was 11th or 12th, right?
Yeah, he finished 11th.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So there we go.
So he's overtaken Logan Sargent finally.
Well, yes.
Probably.
Probably. Damn, so what's in such a long season? I forgot Logan Sargent was here.
Yeah.
This season only.
Well, I mean, it feels like he's only been driving for Williams last 2 races.
Oh man. Colapinto has gone through what an arc in 5 or 6 races he's gone through.
Crazy.
That guy, like a full arc.
Yeah.
Is this what would have happened if Nick De Vries, instead of getting that one race before his F1 season, got 6 races or whatever? It's like some of these guys shine in the one race, but then you see them over and out. Like Liam Lawson also, I'm kind of there were some really good bits, but now it's on average, it kind of seems still 50-50. There is
Rishikesh
Kanetkar. Water reference.
Yeah, exactly. maybe when you don't need him the most, he will surprise you with an amazing performance. But the rest
Okay,
of the
that is
time,
the
he's kind of
pitch
like,
for the worst superhero movie of all time. When they didn't need him the
need him the
most.
most. Yeah, he saved them all. Yeah,
Like people having a good time at a party and this guy
yeah,
like shutting
yeah.
it. Right? You're like, but no, we're fine. We don't need this.
Some superheroes wear capes.
Yeah.
Man, but there were these rumors also, no? I mean, I caught on to it quite late, but the Bottas to Red Bull mill and then Bottas saying that there's somebody at Red Bull who doesn't like me, so it won't happen types.
What? I didn't
Yeah,
see
yeah,
those
this was over the
rumors.
last 2 days. So there's huge rumors. So apparently there was a thing on the F1 official website where they list the merch for Red Bull. And under
Ah,
drivers, in the official F1 merch website, the three
I
Red Bull
saw
drivers
that in the Black
were
Friday sale. Yeah,
Perez, Max, and Bottas. So everyone was
that's
like, yo, hello, what's happening?
that's just a goof up, bro. That
Yeah,
is
man.
like now we are getting into, like you read it backwards and then it will say, yeah, Bottas to Red Bull or whatever, that kind of thing.
Done.
You
No,
listen to
but
this
apparently he
article.
said that, like, there was an interview where he said that, yeah, I would, it's a challenge, I wouldn't mind.
Mercedes reserve driver, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems like
But
that'll
he
be a
said,
good
see,
Reserve
placement.
being
driver.
Red Bull second driver, I wouldn't mind. It's a challenge I would like, but there's someone at Red Bull doesn't like me. So, and the someone clearly would be Helmut Marko because he's the only someone who doesn't like people at Red Bull.
Yeah. But it
Particularly,
looks most likely that Liam Lawson is now going to be probably in that seat, and
I think none
for
of them
next
work,
year.
man. I
I
think they
like
should be
see they're not going to go
completely.
for Sonoda. They're not going to go for Sonoda. Like that, I think like there is some definite like mind block there, and Sonoda is not making it. So then from the pool, there's only Lawson or Isaac Hadjar, Colapinto. I think on the back of like the season as a whole, as opposed to just the first three races, they're like, hey, we need we need the catering budget.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
can't use it. We can't use it in
like,
the
hey,
crash
sorry.
budget.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah, we
sorry.
already
Really
this year.
wanted you. We were so excited, but then we
Yeah,
decided we have to eat.
yeah.
So we'll do
We
that
need that
instead.
live sushi counter, guys.
Yep.
Sorry. Yeah,
Sorry.
so we can't
But
afford Colapinto.
what other F1 drivers out of a job who we think could potentially wildcard go to Red Bull?
Nikita
Look, who
Mazepin.
who I would love to see, who's also having a great season and also like whatever. Whenever we see him, it's always exciting. Kevin Magnussen, yaar. Usko de do yaar ek drive. Like these last few no fucks to give drives that he's been
Dude,
having are damn entertaining.
Kevin
Every time you
Magnussen
see,
in a Red Bull will beat everyone.
Oh,
yeah,
dude,
He will beat
give
everyone.
I have
And
this.
if he cannot, he will
yeah,
ruin them in his
he
attempt
will
to do so.
like literally beat them.
Like,
Let's not just
Yeah,
figuratively,
yeah.
yeah, literally,
His
like
catchphrase is ready. Suck my bulls, mate.
suck my balls,
yeah,
mate.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
one day the
But
door of that garage will just come up and this
yeah,
F1 car with Mad Max style attachments.
yeah, yeah.
Wheels and a guy
Kevin
with a
Magnussen
guitar on
fit.
top is gonna come out.
But the guy with the guitar has flow his to see
Flow is
if he's
yeah,
aerodynamic.
yeah. Shit. Yeah,
Another
but that
fun
guy,
uh,
great races all the time. Like the on-track battles with Alex Albon this time. Like Alex Albon was the villain to his, like, like when he overtakes him, he's like, fuck you or whatever. That was great.
that
Really
was
pity.
great. Yeah,
I'm the out of all the drivers leaving in Abu Dhabi, like there are a bunch of drivers leaving in Abu Dhabi. Most likely we have seen the end of Sergio Perez. Most likely we have seen the end of Zhou Guanyu, Valtteri Bottas, Kevin Magnussen, and who else are we seeing the end of? Whatever and ever. Not just in the new
Call up
team.
Pinto for now.
Colapinto for now or whatever. Kevin K-Mag is the one that I feel like,
Guan
Valtteri is
Yu also.
yeah. Guan Yu Zhou. Yeah, Zhou Guan Yu, I said. But I'm like, K-Mag is the one that I feel like, is this understated guy who's brought so much of attitude to
Yeah.
F1. And I think we'll miss him quite a bit.
100% fully.
But amongst the F2 drivers, who do you think potentially, like Isaac Hajar is there? He started the season well, but not been doing so well off late, no?
No, this F2 season is stated to be one of the closest in history. There's 0.5 points gap between Gabriel Bortoleto and Isaac Hadjar. Like he started, you're absolutely right. Isaac Hadjar started the season
pretty
really
much
well and
like
then had like
Max's season where he
yeah,
started
like
very
Max's season
dominant.
had very middling results, but I watched the F2 races in Qatar and they were damn it. They were entertaining AF. You know, like
also, so we had that moment of F2 race where we were watching. We were like, "Arey shit! Contact at turn one. Oh no, contact is Indian driver. Shit."
yeah. Yeah, that's what.
Conspiracy on F1 tweet says London Norris. Jack Doohan has one race to prove himself before Alpine chooses Franco. No, I don't think
I
so.
mean, yeah.
I don't think so.
Even I don't see that happening, especially since like they have invested quite heavily in Jack Doohan. Like he's had like some 6 FP1 sessions and Evo and everything. So I feel their money is set on him. However, man, this sport, just this year, just how unpredictable has it been? Like I think this year, sure, we can say that the Drivers' Championship was sealed off because we're seeing this generational talent. Fucking Terminator himself decimate. Like even this weekend, he was imperious. Like whatever. But like the rest of the grid and the races themselves have been fairly unpredictable. So and these like driver swaps happening and things like that. So anything can happen, but the Jack Doohan one race to prove himself theory is quite unlikely.
I mean, also with the WWEization of F1, it could happen also. You never know.
Yeah, anything can happen.
Ben Sulayem, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I read a very fun stat that is basically since the time that they have been teammates, Russell and Hamilton, they have exactly the same amount of points if you put the 2 years together.
Oh wow!
All right, like they apparently have exactly the same amount of points. So this one last race will basically decide in their time as Mercedes teammates who scored more for Mercedes overall in that time. So there's that little just side bet going for fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. And race wins though, does Hamilton have more race wins?
I think that also would be. I think Russell has
probably has more wins.
Both neck and neck.
I think Russell has more wins because Hamilton I only remember.
Oh, George has 24 points more than Lewis. What?
Oh.
Or maybe it must have changed over the last couple of races.
Yeah, maybe.
This is algorithm throwing up September memes.
No, 1 second. It's not. I'm not talking about points this season. I'm talking
over
about
the 2 years.
over the 2 years. Over the 2 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Though, I mean, the other interesting conspiracy theory is this also. And that is why, like, George Russell, you're seeing him, like, really trying to make a name for himself at Mercedes. Which is that if Toto is desperate to get Max in the car, right? Then is George Russell's seat any safer than Kimi Antonelli's next year? You know, they both have a contract, I think, till 2025.
Well,
but
not after last
weekend. Yeah. But like, that's the other thing is like, you know, George Russell is a driver who also sort of has to prove himself now on the grid because it's also like, okay, if all the whole rumor mill, if Max has to bounce from Red Bull is the Mercedes connection, right? Like we haven't heard Max to Ferrari and I don't think like Max to Ferrari even in 26 will happen given that Lewis is on a long-term contract. Then it is Max to McLaren seems unlikely. Aston. You know, Max to Aston maybe, but if that project has to like, he will not take that jump if that project is not competitive, and it doesn't seem like it is. But who knows? Maybe the new magic will come in.
I think after 2025, Max 1 year break. See who has the best car. He'll enjoy now. iRacing has wet weather racing also. He'll enjoy 1 year of that, and then come back. Well, I don't think he has it in him now to be like, I want like this developing car and all of that. He's like, you give me car.
Yeah.
I don't care about all this. Time
But I feel like if the cars are closely matched, which is what it's seeming like, you know, like technically take Ferrari, for instance, like Charles Leclerc, given the unpredictability of the race, like this race weekend, we could agree that Ferrari was possibly the 4th fastest car. Like say, Mercedes was fast, Red Bull was fast, like McLaren was fast. But Leclerc still ended up P2,
Yeah.
in the race, in the fourth fastest car. So I say if you have that kind of a field spread where it is there, then I see Max retaining his interest in the sport for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't see him being on a build project like Carlos Sainz to Williams or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
But
that's
also
not.
interesting by Hemel, he says Leclerc is the only driver on the grid who's ever to remain unbeaten by any teammate.
Mm.
Does that
Meaning?
include
Some
Vettel?
points you really miss Sherry, right? Like, well,
What?
I'm sure.
Meaning unbeaten?
Meaning he's never lost to his own teammate.
Like
in a
overall at the end of a season.
overall season, yeah.
Okay.
Because does that include Vettel? Yeah, because Vettel had a pretty shit season when wasn't that his
Leclerc
last
joined.
season? Leclerc's
Yeah.
Sherry is
Vettel's
here
last-
in the chat. She was monitoring us earlier also. Saying,
Ah,
don't
well,
say
Sherry,
mean
if you're
things
in
to
chat,
Lewis.
you can come on the stream also.
Said,
No?
don't do mean.
Explain to us
Lewis.
what went wrong at Mercedes.
That's insane. It's a crazy stream, guys. Like now we're
Hey,
getting.
when's your
you know,
birthday? I'm going to
full
gift you one rear view mirror of some vehicle.
And just wedge it under her car though.
Yeah.
That's
What they
mean.
gift? Ha
That's mean.
But that was a really surreal moment, where we've seen, okay, this thing, every lap is like, yeah, it's going to.
Wow. Oh my God. Sherry
1,000
Shaw.
lines.
I have
Who's
only
that?
come to
Appeared.
join from bed to tell y'all to stop shitting on Lewis because that's all I've heard. And
Wow.
it's just horrid.
Wow. Unnecessary.
Oh,
Completely.
my days.
Sherry, how did you feel about Lewis being lap cars allowed to?
It was fine. It's all good, guys. We all have
good.
bad days. We all have bad days and we have good days. I just launched a shoe collection today. I had a good day. Then
Hey,
he's had a bad day.
congratulations.
So
Wow, you sound like you started doing yoga.
no, I was watching it on my car ride back and I was like, oh my God, and also I want to say I feel for all the people that comment and we don't read your comments because I've commented like 4 times and I'm like, why the hell aren't they seeing my comment?
I saw your comment. I was going to bring it up, but these guys were in the middle of like an interesting this thing. So
And we also had to do a Zoom
Yeah.
pit stop, literally.
Yes.
The
And I have
shittiest pit
ADD
stop
and it's a
ever.
lot to keep up with, It's a lot to keep up with, Sherry.
So
Like,
I'm with everyone
there's-
in the chat, guys. We're sorry.
There's
We feel for you guys.
Yeah. Sherry Shroff, woman of the people.
The people, yeah.
But since we're here, may as well do by the way, our reel of predictions for
Oh
last
my
week
God.
I saw that. I was like, what, man?
Oh my God.
is the worst predictions of all time.
Punditry at its peak. Like Punditry peaks
Come
there.
on.
So guys,
You and
in
I
chat,
were
do
like
tell us.
all for a Lewis win, and look at where we ended up.
Guys, so
I'm
now
like,
you
no,
tell us whose
end
race
this
you
race.
want us to ruin. We'll do it live for you right now. in the chat.
Right now,
Yeah,
tell us,
yeah.
and we will predict
And
their
also please
success.
smash a like if you're not if you've not done so. And also please subscribe to the channel. I'm sure we have lots of new viewers. We
Yeah.
jumped like 1,000 followers with that one reel of how bad our predictions are.
Amazing.
People have come here
Again, kids.
expecting complete shithousery.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is edutainment. We have
Yes.
taught you that you don't need to excel to succeed. You must just fail entertainingly.
That is Checo Perez's life.
Entertainingly. And Latifi. Now there goes. A man knew how to fail entertainingly.
Too good. But what do you think? Okay, let's go. Wild predictions for Abu Dhabi. Let's go.
Lewis wins just to shut y'all all up and to end his great
Get
Mercedes
closure.
reign.
Starts and ends with Abu Dhabi.
Yeah. Fine, I'll go one more then, just for fun.
Chalo.
I'll go one more, okay. There's a safety car.
On the last lap. On the second to last lap.
On the
All
second to
by a
last,
Colapinto.
on the second to last lap, okay. Except this time
Oh.
Lewis is behind Max.
Whoa.
And on the restart, he like this thing. It has no consequence in the larger picture of anything ever
Yeah.
whatsoever. What?
Yeah.
It's the best I can do for you. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you what consequences has because it's my prediction that the guy who causes that crash is probably a Williams car. The crash is so horrific. Williams they don't have the funds to start the first 3 races of the next year's season.
Wow.
They can only run one car.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's not prediction.
Yeah.
It's just corporate subterfuge right now.
Yeah.
Just shut a company for
This
the.
is
Like,
called
yeah.
sharp, not prediction.
Yeah, Jesus. What? Is
Yeah, we
there
are
some
trying to
like
start a GoFundMe and Arjun has just
Yeah.
shut them down.
say Arjun
He's
like you ordered some Williams merch or something and like they didn't send it? Or,
Yeah. No, I'm saying the crash is that bad. Both cars are taken out. Somehow it's happened in the pit lane as well. So, like, basically their whole
Nobody can
stuff
pit
has
also.
gotten destroyed.
Nobody.
Yeah. They
So
cannot start the
Williams-
first 3 races of next year, guys. They only have 21 races. Carlos Sainz
Williams
will
crash
come
while
in.
double stacking. Nobody can pit to take advantage of safety car. Alright.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
This is going even weirder than I
Like,
thought. So I'm
it's
saying
just-
Leclerc finishes second in drivers'
Is it just
championship.
me or is that like the most vicious anyone here has ever seen Arjun Ravi?
Yeah.
Come on.
In any way, shape, or
He's
form.
on a mission today.
I'm like, come on. We need a good. This whole episode
God.
we've been talking about villains, right? So
Yeah.
here we go, guys.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
are the
Accounts
villain era.
now, Ben
Real
Soler.
villains or the friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
Uh,
Azim,
What's your
and
prediction?
your prediction
prediction?
is like the most predictable prediction that Ferrari, like Leclerc finishes P2. Come on.
Hey,
That
give
is
a
not a
wild prediction.
out
No, that's give a
wild prediction, bro.
Don't
It
get
has to be
punditry.
wild, Azim.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
oh, it has to be wild.
Otherwise, the reel will not get views.
What
Yeah,
happened?
exactly. Actually, if you want sober, no, actually, it has to be a sober prediction that goes horribly wrong then.
No, yeah.
Then, no, then I take. Sorry,
I
Sherry, I
think
can't.
Russell and Max take each other out and start the new era of rivalry.
Oh.
There was some article also about him saying, oh, he's a horrible person off track and stuff in front of the media. He says nice things,
Yeah.
but he's really horrible.
So about George, you believe?
Yeah, obvious.
I see.
I believe about everyone else on the grid. I just have blinkers on when it comes to one person.
Fair enough. But yeah, Lewis's last race for them. I think nobody is happier than him. that
Yeah,
it
we are
will
like, just get it done now and move on.
Yeah, just done.
I'm already ordering my Ferrari merch during the sale.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Damn. Sherry gonna be
But we'll
in
talk,
Ferrari
like-
Lewis clothes before Lewis is gonna be in Ferrari Lewis clothes.
Yeah.
Watch me, Black Friday sale orders for me coming.
She just bought all the science merch and already stitching Hamilton on top of it.
Why does your jersey say Sainzelton?
It's limited edition. Oh man. Okay, I think that more or less covers it.
I think over 2 Zoom calls and
Yes.
over 1 hour of
And a
punditry
surprise appearance.
and a surprise
Wow.
appearance, first in text
Superb.
form and then in Sherry Shroff have gone from Chat GPT to Mid Journey over
Yes.
the course of this one stream. All in all,
Yes.
a tremendous result for us, I think.
Yes,
Anyone
superb.
have any closing thoughts or shows to push or anything
Yes.
like that? Yes.
So I have obviously bunch. My tour starts this month. I have one last trial show in Mumbai on 11th, which
Okay.
is 20-30 seats at Habitat, which I've just listed, so you can come for that. 28th of the 22nd in Goa, a few tickets left. 28th in Bangalore for this month, and the rest I'll plug next week. And what else? There's something important that I need to plug. I'll remember if there's anything else that anyone has to plug. You have any shows, anything going on? Sherry has a entire
Yeah, Sherry,
line
you
of,
have
yeah,
shoes. Where can we find your
clothing
shoes?
line.
Back today, guys.
Where
So,
can we
yeah,
find
I
your
just-
shoes, Sherry?
You can go to Aprajita Tours website. I will put it in the chat for you guys along with the other messages that were ignored, but don't
Okay.
ignore this one. There's also a discount code where you can get 20% off. I've worked really hard for a year to release a Mary Jane collection, so happy shopping.
Nice. I remembered what it was. So, guys, our sponsor association with Gridmaster has ended last week. We are very open to new sponsors. If you would like
Yeah.
to sponsor flights to
Yes.
anywhere, race, non-race,
Any,
if you'd like
yes,
to
please.
provide us any kind of money, we will give you prime real estate.
Gene Haas,
stream.
Why don't you call us Gene?
Yes. Go on. Yeah. So any F1 fans who would like also to have SidePod on your livery as a limited edition, hit us up. Let us know. We'll sort it out. Unfortunately, I couldn't carry a sticker with me for the race.
Okay.
Also, I was
You had
very
one
far
job,
from
Azim,
that.
one
Yeah,
One
job.
job you
Take
had.
you
Yeah,
all the way
One
exactly.
to
job.
one
Shame
job.
on you. One job.
Yeah,
You.
man.
But
In
it's
fairness,
fine.
if I had known that things like mirrors could cause so much chaos, I would have thought maybe I'll carry one sticker also and see what happens.
Just sadness. Just sadness. But that's okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Azim. Thank you, Arjun. Thank you for cameo by Shaishraf. Thank you to all the people watching. If you can, smack one like before you go. We have been the SidePod, and we will be back next week for
Yes.
season
review.
finale.
Whoa.
Season finale. Crazy shit. What a season. It's been long one. All right, chat. Have a good one. GN.
GN.
Enjoy.
Bye.